Hey guys, Jonathan Shane here. This is
Hey, man.
the Keto Road.
You know this your first one, right? You know this your first one, right? You gotta show these boys what's up. I know you got it in you, but...
What up, guys? Jonathan Shane here. This is the Keto Road. I hope y'all having a great Saturday. Sorry it's been so long since I've got back with y'all. It's been crazy. I know I said that last video, but it gets crazier as we get closer to the show. Life's happening. I had some issues happen personally at work. Buying a house, closing on that is beyond stressful. Like, I've grown so numb emotionally because of it. It's terrible. I'm like a rock. Like, I let nothing in, let nothing out. And so it's been really rough. But good. Been a good experience. It's matured me. It's molded me. I like to look at things very optimistically, and so I think that's really important in life, is because we can look at things so negatively, and life will beat you down with a stick if you do that. And so it's so important to look at it from a positive, optimistic standpoint and go, you know what, I'm learning from this. Me as a Christian, it's God put me through this. He's teaching me. He's molding me. He's growing me. He's giving me patience. He's giving me strength. But wherever you're at in life, just realize that it's just better to view life with an optimistic lens. Look at life through that positive mindset. It's just so important, because man, that changes things. It changes the way you start your day, changes the way you handle adversity, and that starts from the ground up. The small details make a really big picture, right? So you want to really focus on being optimistic. I really encourage you, challenge you to do that. Mental challenge, spiritual challenge, before we get into physical challenges, guys. Okay, so this real video, so I'm 18 weeks out. 18 weeks. It's been 4 weeks since I've done my last vlog. That's crazy and ridiculous, and I apologize for the people that do view this. That's way too long, but we're gonna work on making that happen more often. But for right now, we're 18 weeks out, right? Right now, I'm gonna show you a progress photo of where I'm at. Should pop up on the screen right now. So there y'all go. That's where I'm at. Shoulders have gotten bigger. I think since my last video, they have grown half an inch. My chest has grown a quarter of an inch. My waist has gone down, I believe, has gone down half an inch. My hips have gone down half an inch. My arms are pretty stagnant, which is extremely frustrating, to be honest with you. Because from a mental standpoint, with physique competitions, it's all about having a very narrow waist, having those broad shoulders, having the thicker arms. You really want that, in a sense, like that perfect physique. Like, if you take off your shirt, you want everybody to like not be able to not stare at you. Not in a conceited way, but just like, your body's just that on point. It's just that, symmetrical, if you get me. And so with me, one of my weak points is my arms. My chest is not my weak point, by any means. By any means, it's not as developed as it's going to be here in a couple years as I progress in this competing thing. But definitely not my weak point. My shoulders and my arms would be my weak point. And I'm happy my shoulders are growing, but it's very frustrating that my triceps and biceps don't want to grow, because they get stronger, plenty stronger. I went from being able to curl 45s to I can curl 60s maybe 2 or 3 times, but in that process, I haven't gained anything on them. They've just gotten more conditioned. So that is extremely frustrating, especially as we're getting lower in my calories. My diet trainer, my diet coach, he's got me at around 2,800 calories right now, and we're only going down from here. So just really was trying to take advantage, and now that I am almost to the point where I'm going to be below a calorie surplus, it's just kind of frustrating. But good point. Good point is that now I have the opportunity to maintain, which I think I can do. I think if I can maintain the size of my arms and maintain the size of my shoulders while the body fat gets cut, I'm hoping that gives it a nice look, especially for a novice competitor. So as y'all can see, there's a lot that goes in and out of this competing thing. There's a lot of things that go on. You're basically, Arnold Schwarzenegger put it great. He said your body is a sculpture. It's a statue now, and you are sculpting away. You got that peg and that hammer, and you're slowly just etching, and you're looking at stuff and trying to make it work. And it can be frustrating at times, especially when your body doesn't want to cooperate. But it's all looking overall way good. Like, I'm super happy my shoulders have grown, because I used to have a really bad shoulder injury, and so the fact that they're actually growing is huge. It's huge for me. I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought that was going to be a really big weak point for me, and it might still be according to the judges, but I know that they have grown in the past 8 weeks, or past 6 weeks, sorry, since I started this. They have grown an inch, right? And so for me, that's huge, because I used to not work out my shoulders at all. My shoulders were not a strong point. They were really messed up. I'd messed up my left shoulder from football, and it just never got better. Started keto. About 3 months later, no more shoulder pain. Started exercising it aggressively, and haven't turned back since. And so, like I said, as we cut, I'm hoping I can capitalize on that growth, and we can just help shape, maintain the size and the inches, and get that waist as narrow and tiny as possible, so it makes my shoulders look broader. It's really about angles too. Angles are huge. Posing. I need to start working on posing. Currently, I do not have a posing coach. So if any of y'all know anybody that's cheap, or that just wants to see a new guy go for it, let me know. Put it in the comments. I am totally interested. I need to get that done. All I can do right now is stare at the mirror and hope that I look decent. So that's with posing. Emotionally, it's hard. Emotionally, competing is hard. I know. I talked a little bit about this on the 24th, or on 22 weeks out video. It's definitely difficult. You're always questioning yourself. Always. Like, every day you wake up and you look in the mirror constantly. And it's not out of conceitment. I've learned that. I was always worried that you would be conceited if you did competitions. And me, as a Christian, as a minister, that was hard for me to see if I was going to have to battle that. But I've realized now that it might look like that to other people at times, but really it's more doubt. It's more self-doubt than it is conceitment. Like, you are continually questioning if you're going to be ready, if you even look good, if you're actually losing fat, if you're actually gaining muscle, constantly. And so mentally, it's difficult. It really is. I've grown a much deeper respect for competitors, for people that have been doing this for a long time, for those Olympic competitors. Oh my gosh, I can't even, at this moment in time, I never stepped on stage. I don't know the emotions of winning and looking back and going, that was worth it, and taking that to the next year, reminding yourself that as you prep again. I don't know the seasoned mindset, but I know that the stress of the Olympia is probably crazy. And so I couldn't even imagine handling that right now, stepping on that stage with the best of the best. Right, and so just from an emotional standpoint, it's difficult. Learning to keep the optimism, stay encouraged. It's really difficult, to be honest. But I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm becoming better from it. I'm learning to channel that into focusing on my weak points and growing and being optimistic, looking at it and going, okay, I'm not good here, but really, how good am I not here? Let's look at this. Let's figure out let's strategize how we can get this better. Can I add a couple more workouts, right? So, for instance, as you saw in that photo, my progress photo, my lower abdominals, my V's, right? So, as you look, I'll show you. So you see almost no definition, none. And when I was in football and when I was in college training, that was my strong point, was the lower abdominals. And so I need to figure out a way to where, even if I'm doing abs, like I do abs when I do my shoulders, like today, even not on days I'm doing my abs specifically, I need to concentrate on doing some lower abdominal exercises to get that V back. And so it's just little things like that you start to, you learn to focus not the doubt on, but you turn that doubt into reality and then correction, right? And so you learn how to flip it into an optimistic strategy to push yourself to the next level. And so that's something that comes with maturity, fine-tuning, dealing with the trial, getting pushed through the hardship. And so that's been really good for me personally. Something funny. So when you pose, you have to flex. You have to flex the entire time. And so when you're at the gym, you're constantly practicing flexing. You're constantly flexing poses. I mean, I'm constantly in the mirror just flexing, and holding it until it hurts, right? Just to get my body used to that constant flexing, right? I'm constantly flexing. And you look so cocky. You do. You look so cocky. People just stare at you, and you're like, no, you don't get it. I'm doing this for a reason, you know? And you're like, you're looking around, making sure they're not looking at you. And so that's a really funny, really funny note that I've been noticing lately as I've been having to do that more to get my body more conditioned. So, yeah. Meal-wise, I'm having a really hard time hopping off sweet-tasting, sugar-free stuff. I got back into that because I was eating 3,000 calories a day, 4,000 calories a day, and to be honest, without putting Walden's Farm chocolate sauce on cream cheese, it was really hard to keep up with. And so now that I'm getting tighter, I need to learn just to go back to the stevia drops and hop off all that stuff, which will be difficult, especially because he's only got me at 10 carbs right now. So just trying to learn all that and deal with all that. But everything's good. I'm learning a lot. I feel good. I feel good physically. I feel great. I recover great. I smashed my back on Wednesday, and it's Saturday, and I feel great. I could totally smash it again if I wanted to. And so that's amazing. 3 days, 72 hours, no steroids, no nothing, just natural recovery, just because ketones are just so energy sparing, which is nice. So that's where we're at right now. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. If you haven't, subscribe, guys. Like this post, subscribe, click the bell, get notified when I post videos. I will promise to post you more videos, guys. If you have any questions, if you want to email me directly, go to my Facebook page at The Keto Road, right? And click on email and email me. It emails my email directly. I will respond. I promise. I will respond fast. Within I could say within a couple hours. Just because, well, to be honest, nobody emails me, so I have that flow. But yeah, no, please feel free to email me. Feel free to ask questions. I will give you the best knowledge. I am not a doctor. I am not a certified trainer. I'm going purely based off of the research I've done, off test studies I've read, and my personal experience and the experience of people that have taken the chance to allow me to train them that are around me, right? And so, with that note, if you still are curious, if you want to have the baseline, the basics, guys, feel free to contact me. Again, guys, this is The Keto Road, and you'll have a great weekend.